a long delay, we are back. Welcome to Feed the Geeks. We are your hosts. I'm Bayani.
And I'm 30. It's been a while. So many things to talk
Yeah,
about, no?
yeah, we totally missed Super Mario Brothers.
Oh,
You
oh,
didn't like,
oh yeah, that's a thing, right? That was a thing.
yeah, you didn't. Can I ask why you weren't interested in Super Mario?
No,
I thought that was your.
I am interested, but I think it's best that I watch it with 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 the little kids with me, with my niece, my nephews, because I don't want to watch it like with just me on a theater. Like I would look like a creep, man. Like, what's that kid doing?
Dude, you're already playing Super Mario at age 30. Like you're already a creep.
Oh yeah, I mean that's for like 80% of the population then.
Yeah, but nag-ano lang ko ato nag-simp ko for I was basically Bowser in the movie kay nag-simp siya for Anya Taylor-Joy and that was his entire mission in that film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I've
Yeah.
heard that like the Peaches song was like, it's like it's supposed to be like it has a chance to win an Emmy if they wanted to. Like that's all I can read on Twitter. Like it has a
But
chance to.
it still doesn't hold a candle to katong sa Nacho Libre niyang song katong
I've
Incarnacion.
I
That's still
that's been a long time ago. Like Nacho Libre is like
oh
they,
man,
yeah. But
like cult classic.
yeah.
I can just I'm just saying all the lines from the movie whenever it's playing. It's like one of my favorite movies from one of my favorite directors. Speaking of favorite directors, Denis Villeneuve
Oh,
has
I thought we were
revealed.
talking about Nolan.
Oh,
But yeah, Denis.
okay,
Denis
you wanna
Villeneuve.
start
No,
with Nolan?
let's start with Dune 2, right? That's what you're going for?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Muad'Dib time.
Muad'Dib time. And what do you think about the trailer then?
It's it not much kind of happens. It's just the biggest scene there is katong the worm riding na murag gignan siya ni Javier Bardem to like do not show off. Just try to relax. You're trying to ride the worm and then mo na to. It was like so far si Zendaya is only ever playing herself in her roles. It's like she's still just MJ except naka still suits.
Yeah, and there's also like drugs in her presence as well. So yeah. Yeah, so
God.
apparently the trailer is hiding a lot of things when it comes to like the the revenge of the army against Harkonnen, right? But we did see a lot of new people, not a lot of new faces, and also like
Oh,
familiar
yeah.
faces that came back.
My
And
girl's here. My girl Florence is finally
yeah,
here.
Florence is eating good, but she's playing
Yeah.
like I think that's what we said. I think we discussed it before with
How do
Fidel.
you
Oh, what do you mean?
Yeah, how do you read her name? Princess Irulian?
Princess Irulan. I think that's what I heard.
Mona.
Princess Irulan.
Oh yeah.
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 But
Okay. Based on what I know about the lore is that say Princess Irulian is like I don't know if this is a spoiler, but she's kind of in the love triangle with Paul and Zendaya or Chani if you're I don't like so Paul loves Chani but for political power kuno like Chani becomes a concubine and the main ano ni Paul na marriage niya which is a sham is with Princess Irulian and the entire Dune like series is kind of narrated by Irulian kay siya ang murag historian. That's why you see her like recording her podcast sa naka ano sad siya. Some might think that Timothy Chalamet was alive and then
feed the Kwisatz Haderach. That's what they do. That. Yeah, but yeah, she's the biggest cuck in all of the Dune lore, though. So yeah,
Yeah.
she's gonna be interesting when we see her on screen. We also got
she
like
better
I know.
she better have that Florence Pugh pout face because I think that's in her contract.
Yeah.
Na ano, you gotta give us the Florence Pugh pout.
Yeah, and it's
Or
also
else
perfect
the-
for like when she's getting cucked or somewhere. That's what she just does, right? Do the pouting thing, and then that's
She
fine.
she gets cocked. Where does she get cocked? Have you seen Little Women?
Yeah, I dude, she's the cucker in Little Women, right?
No, it's like she's in love with Timothy Chalamet in Little Women, but Timothy Chalamet loves
Oh, Saoirse,
Joe,
right?
si Saoirse
Oh.
Ronan. And then si Saoirse is like more like, no, I don't want to love anyone, so Timothy goes to Florence, and then like that's the love triangle there. And then it's kind of like, oh, so once again si Florence becomes the person Timothy marries, even though Timothy loves like another person.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah. And craziest thing is like, I really wanted Saoirse to be in like a Dune movie, since
Uh-huh.
Timothy and all with all the familiar faces. I'm pretty sure she could work as Aliyah probably. Or no, she's gonna be very old when it
Like
happens.
the battle angel, Alita.
No, I mean I think like it's the next. It's Chani and Paul's daughter. I think we talked about this. We're not very familiar with Dune lore, guys. That's why we got like Fidel and Al with us. We didn't read the
Yeah.
books. We're just being pretentious as fuck here. But we're actually looking forward to the movie with all that shit going on, because
Yeah.
there's gonna be a big battle and we're gonna expect a lot of twists and turns in this story.
I hope it looks better. I hope it looks better because based on the katong battle flashback niya, he looks like a golden Power Ranger. And I was just like, oh no, that looks
Yeah,
bad.
I'm pretty sure they fixed a lot of things. Kay, this is gonna be the main set piece about the first
Yeah,
book.
yeah, yeah.
And apparently, Denis is also planning to get a third movie. So
No way, really?
yeah, it's only reports. I'm not sure if it's confirmed, but it's intended to be like the aftermath of this story in Dune Part 2. So it's gonna continue the books though, and also I think
I th-
uh I think a lot of people don't like the follow up stories. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Like I think Dune is like the main one lang, and then I don't know what the sequels are, I forget, but it's all like something of Dune, like Son of Dune or mga
The God
ingana siya.
Emperor,
Yeah.
all the crazy batshit things that
Yeah.
the first book did, it's gonna escalate further in like the next books.
Yeah. But I think they're gonna end with this na. Like it's already kind of crazy how na-approve ang sequel because like for as much as I like the first movie, it really is katong like na-unlock ang akong secret like feeling when Ernest said na like by boring man ang director si Denis Villeneuve, like nice siya conceptually but grabe ka super boring siya mag bring og narrative, and I'm like, oh my god, you're right. And then it came out. It came out when I saw Prisoners, when I saw Blade Runner, Arrival. It was like, this is so boring, but it's probably interesting, but it gets so like slow, Jude.
Yeah, it is
You
really
need
slow.
You need a headspace to enjoy the movie.
Like maybe in like when Dune 2 comes out, we're gonna play Subway Surfers on the other side while we like watch the movie, ba? And then well, fuck it, this movie is boring as hell. Yeah.
It's like Denis is gonna announce that the movie is gonna be 4:8 aspect ratio.
4:8.
And then it's like, oh my god, what could it be? And then it's just like nainag temple runs sa kilid pero worm ang gidagan.
We're gonna do some ADHD videos on the other side to complement with the boring ass movie. That's gonna happen. That was Dune, right? Dune 2, Dune 2. But we
Yeah,
still.
but I'm still excited.
Yeah.
We didn't get to see Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
What did you think of Elvis?
Elvis. Yeah. There were so
Say
many
Austin
memes.
Butler.
Yeah. There's so many memes on that one. Like the Chad Fade Rotha versus the Virgin one. I think I shared it on the page, and yeah, he's bald here. And I also
Yeah.
appreciate the black and white motif of the thing in the with what do you call those Harkonnen guys?
Yeah, basta Harkonnens.
Yeah, I mean-
the Sardaukar.
No, they have this like good place, right? Like what do you call their place? Their empire? I forgot.
The
They
I
have
do
a
not know
planet.
the names of the things yet.
Yeah, something like
But
that. But
basta-
it's black and white, and we also get to see like that guy Elvis. He does a lot of screaming in that movie, but he's gonna be the
Yeah.
big bad though. He's gonna be like Emperor Harkonnen's kwan, right? Like right hand, like probably the one who gets to fight Tim.
Yeah, it's like they say na if si Dave Bautista is like the beast that Raban, like si Dave Bautista's character is kind of he's kind of a moron though, but si Fade kato si Austin Butler is kind of the favorite jud to siya ni Baron Harkonnen, and I really like how alien he looks na even like white na tanan ng iyang face, but they also made his teeth black, so when he's like screaming it looks like murag odd ra gihapon ang iyang naong.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
my favorite memes are like everyone, because di ba na meme man ang katong unsa to? Like si Austin Butler can't shake his Elvis accent, and then like he better have the accent in Dune, and then Elvis ra gyapon ang pagstorya niya, and he'll be like, "They took my hair, mama."
I haven't really seen Elvis yet, so I can't talk about that much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, I thought we were cinephiles here.
Mhm.
We were, but
So-
we just consumed the Marvel. We're
we-
going to be talking about the Marvel trash later.
Yeah.
Oh well, it was pretty good. Like we're not,
It was
like-
it was good. It was good. Surprisingly
Yeah.
good. Like
the
wow.
MCU is back.
No, I don't want to.
It's like-
I don't want to say that. I keep hearing that shit and it cringes me. Stop fucking saying that the MCU is back. Like, where has it gone? Like,
Yeah. Before we go into Oppenheimer, I have a question. What is it about the kanong meme sa Twitter that's going around na animation has mga realistic panic attacks? Did you get into that meme?
oh yeah. That's like the best thing about Twitter last week because they're apparently white people are so obsessed with this like realistic portrayal of anxiety attacks from fictional characters in animation. So whenever they see things like that, like it feels like it resonates with them to the point that they
Okay.
would post it on Twitter. They would relate to that feeling that this is how you portray anxiety. What do you call that? Pixar. This is how you. Wow,
Yeah.
Pixar does anxiety right. A
Yeah.
good example of this one is like in Puss in Boots, right? Have you seen that one?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's the one that started it.
Yeah, and see, Puss was like, whenever he sees the death guy, the death dog,
Yeah.
it does the thing.
Yeah,
so
he gets a panic attack.
Mhm.
And then see, the Chihuahua is like, Murad, I know what to do. And then he lays his head on his stomach, and then like Puss pats him, and then it's like, thank you, that's what I needed from a therapy dog. And then like, wow, oh my god, that's exactly how a panic attack is portrayed. Oh my god, this best film ever. And then like everyone just kept making fun of it now because gi-announce na there's gonna be an Across the Spider-Verse na short which has Miles suffering through another panic attack. So like, oh my
Yeah.
god, like
it's
don't
gonna
even
be-
talk to me about panic attacks if you haven't seen these films. And there's a like a clip from Paw Patrol where the character gets scared, and then it's like, oh no, I saw the heights and I can't move, and then everyone is like, this is how you portray a perfect panic attack. And I was like, what the fuck is going on around here?
Yeah, and it gets crazier from there because they picked the shittiest movies after that. I think there were a lot of shitty animated movies that actually portrayed anxieties as well. But I forgot about them. But Twitter is a great place when that trend
Yeah.
happened. Like everyone
Yeah.
was making fun of everything right now.
Yeah, it's like 10 over 10 panic attacks, or like 0 over 10 no
Yeah.
panic attacks occurred in the movie.
Oh yeah. Oh, there was one in Mario, right? Like when I think Mario had a
Oh my
panic
god,
attack.
yeah, there was one in Mario.
Yeah, that's what like people are. That's the reason why it resurfaced back, because it was gone with Puss in Boots, and then it came back with Mario, and then yeah, so
Yeah.
he saw that, and then another realistic panic attack. Blah blah blah. We might see that in Elementals next, in the coming months. So good luck. Yeah.
Elemental, oh my
Yeah.
god. Yeah, it's like that's in the checkbook na that. Oh, it has to have a panic attack or else we're not green lighting it.
Mhm. White people and panic
Okay.
attack. Yeah.
Yeah. You think na panic attack ang Oppenheimer? Like right before they drop the bomb,
Yeah.
Mag-panic attack si Oppenheimer. Like,
Yeah.
I am become death.
Probably. Like, I think that movie is like cooking up to like a big anxiety good. So that's what that is all about. We saw the new trailer, right?
Yeah, and it explains more of the story na. And like, it's so funny how Matt Damon is in it, and like, for in Air, si Matt Damon is looking for like a superstar to sell like a shoe, and now he's like, let's find some scientists, and then I'm like, I wonder if anyone is making like murag. Ano, is he gonna recruit Michael Jordan to be in the Manhattan Project too?
Yeah. Yeah, so basically this entire movie is all about the Manhattan Project and how it was like how it they developed the atomic bomb. It's a lot of historical accuracy as far as I can tell, and a lot of good special effects though. Like the Geiger
Yeah.
counter ticking every time a scene changes in the trailer. Like that shit feels like Chernobyl, but
Yeah, yeah.
it has a bigger stake on it. So
It's
yeah.
it really did a huge kanang splash into the scene. The Geiger counter sound like kanang like I can't do it with the mouth. But, like ever since Chernobyl, it's like kinda
Yeah, like
and
not
then kanang yeah, it's everywhere. And now it's back for Oppenheimer, and I'm like, oh my god, a realistic Geiger counter score. Si ano ba ang music ani si Ludwig Göransson.
Oh, I thought it's Hans. It's not Hans. Oh, Hans was in
No.
Dune.
Yeah, he's doing Dune. So, like, murag,
he's like they're swapping
He
like,
can't-
a lot of
siya ang Paul Atreides to kanang si Florence Pugh ni Christopher Nolan and si Zendaya si Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah, okay. What else?
Are you excited ba for Oppenheimer? Like generally speaking, as a Nolan fan, I'm always excited to see one.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
the latest movies that came out were like I really didn't like Dunkirk that much. Maybe because
I love Dunkirk, man. What I didn't like though was like Tenet, right? I think we spent a lot of time
Yeah.
talking about how I didn't like it.
yeah. There's a YouTuber named Patrick Willems that I follow, and he has some very interesting like breakdowns of videos. Like he has how to enjoy the Schumacher Batman movies, and now he just last week came out with a video na how to enjoy Tenet, and like he explained niya na Tenet is kind of like a James Bond or Mission Impossible film na giingon na ni katong French girl si Fleur Delacour in the beginning of the movie na don't try to understand it, just feel it. And like, oh yeah, so that's how I enjoyed it, because I just knew na Nolan wants to make a movie backwards and forwards, and then like the scenes are just like backwards and forwards people happening together. So like that's just the gist of it. You don't really have to take the story into consideration.
Yeah.
But yeah, but if you YouTube it, I'm like more like, wow, that's pretty like interesting how they explain that. But
Yeah, I would
I th-
like when Oppenheimer trailer came out, I would like to watch Tenet again though and like get a grasp of it, like maybe the things that I missed. I want to check it out.
just watch the YouTube explained first, and then you can go like and then you put on Tenet and then you watch it again, and I'm like, oh god, I love this. I love the very Inception like twists, and
Okay.
like
Although I
nice kayo si
yeah, but I really love what Nolan was doing with like weaponizing time, turning it into like a weapon. That's like some hardcore sci-fi shit that
yeah.
that I really really enjoyed in that movie. But the execution wasn't really. I just felt weird with the bromance and all with
It's
a
a
lot
legit
of things.
it's a Mission Impossible film. Like the story doesn't really matter. What matters is just Nolan just wants to make a backwards forwards movie, and then I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
like
So-
I'm not gonna criticize you.
Yeah. So what's cooking with Oppenheimer then? What's cooking the fission material? Yeah, what's building up here? Like what is he trying to make? Like is he trying to make a biopic, an epic scale biopic with
It's-
with an accuracy with good historical accuracy, or is he going to put like a weird twist to it at the end?
Well, it's based on a book, Mando. So like, it's gonna be like a human morality and exploration about like, say Oppenheimer, is he a really good or bad guy? Na murag, yeah, he helped us beat the Nazis, but at what cost? You know, like, and then that's kind of the question that's been thrown around in the trailer all the time. Na humanity isn't prepared for this. Like, murag, the world is not ready for like what you're willing to do, but kanang yeah, you understand that they're kind of in a locked box, like they're backed into a corner because like they kind of needed to win the war if the Nazis are already like planning their own super weapon. So I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I get it. And
Yeah.
since
Okay.
this is a Nolan, I imagine that the black and white scenes are gonna be like the post na hearing about like, can you explain to us how you made the thingy, and then he's gonna be like, all right, and then we'll flashback na ta to the beginning of the Manhattan Project, and I'm like,
Yeah, that
okay,
that
I
makes
think that's what's
sense.
gonna happen.
It's really, yeah. That sounds cool. No? I think, or maybe it's gonna split between two different, like, it cuts to different timelines every now and then. Like,
Yeah.
so-
Like Memento. That's how Memento did
oh
it.
yeah, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, he'd have flashbacks na black and white, and then when the story supposedly moves forwards, like colors, yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah. Oh, also the greatest thing that happened with the Oppenheimer trailer though is like the Einstein appearance,
Oh yeah.
and then Twitter
Oh,
was
like-
like going crazy. Twitter was going crazy over it with all the
Yeah.
memes, with all the.
Who was playing Einstein? Is he like an Anusad? Is he a actor?
I have no idea.
Uh,
I have no idea. But the memes I enjoyed though. Okay, there was this one scene where he came out on trailer, right? And everyone was like, I'm gonna react to this trailer the way everyone reacted when Spider-Man appeared on Civil War. And woo, it's Einstein! And then there's another example where, what was that? Whoa, they really the source material. It's a perfect adaptation of the source material. Yeah, and it's like another.
I wonder if there are any like murag mga parodies of MCU haters na, oh my god, this is just fan service. They're just trying to sneak in every scientist in this story.
Yeah,
Like
that's what it
like,
is. That's the
like
point
they're
of the
gonna
memes.
be like, everyone just wants Einstein to come out and then they'll clap. Who else is
Yeah.
appearing in this one?
And apparently, everyone will go crazy now when they meet Einstein and he's gonna say the word E equals MC square, and then everyone would go crazy over it. Like, there's gonna be a 4 million views reaction on YouTube probably, like when everyone reacted to this scene. And then when the movie ends, when Oppenheimer ends, everyone's gonna assume like Albert Einstein will return.
Oh my god. Holy shit. And then that's like the disaster scientist cinematic universe.
Oh,
So
we
good.
already had Tesla with what do you call that? With the magician
With
movie,
the
right?
Prestige.
Yeah, with the Prestige. So we got the Einstein. So we got the Imitation Game with us. So that's a different story.
Oh my god. Like,
Yeah.
Nolan takes on Imitation Game. Si, fuck, what was his name? Si Benedict Cumberbatch.
See,
Shit, I forgot.
I forgot. Alan Turing.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's
Yeah.
why. Turing test, whatever.
Yeah, crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Oppenheimer, we're glad to see it.
Yeah.
30, there has been something that you've been enjoying the past week that I could not get my hands on because I do not have a PS5. Like,
There's been a disturbance in the force.
kamusta man ang Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Did you finish it?
Yeah, it's actually really.
It's done?
Yeah, I finished it.
Oh yeah.
Story is pretty short though, but so yeah, it's not really a big game, but it is going more on like the open world territory. Like there are planets that like too linear, like with Coruscant, like in the first part of the game. Like that was really good. That was a selling point. Like when I played it for the first time, like playing Coruscant, that's good. And there's just only one planet where it's like an open world and the rest are like, you know, linear hallway sequences. But yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
really interesting that they continued the Star Wars story after what happened with Fallen Order. But you've played Fallen Order, right?
Yeah, I finished Fallen Order.
And then what did you think about its story? Like, do you think it stands on its own?
It's because kada lagi I when I like Star Wars, I like the non-force users. I like your smugglers and your Han Solos, but when it comes to Fallen Order, it kind of like maybe I was playing it after Ningoas ng Tross, so I was like, they're pandering again to this fan base, and then they want their big Jedi character, and then he's like, I'm a dark, like I'm an emotional Jedi, and I'm brooding because like my past is full of suffering, and then I have to Jedi again, and then I'm like, okay, but I was in for the ride, Ramansad, and um, I tend to avoid kind of mga Dark Souls types games because there's not anything for me when you're able to beat a really hard game. Like, I don't find fulfillment in that. And when I'm playing Fallen Order just so I can do the Star Wars thing that everyone's talking about, I'm just like, Murag, I'm so fucking irritated. Just like, di ba mamatay ang mga fucking boss, eh? Like, the big fat sister one, like
The ninth sister.
yeah, fuck her, and then the shirtless homeless guy with the two lightsabers. I hate him. Like, ganang, like the first Ogdo type. Nah, I fought. Nah, it wasn't Ogdo. It was just a random creature like outside the temple. I was like, this fucking shit won't die na kapuyan eh.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, murag, fuck. And then even when I get a little satisfaction out of beating them, I'm immediately like, oh my god, I hate it. I'm like the Dark Souls guys. It's like, I can't believe I got satisfaction out of that. Like, murag, this is fucking sick. And then I keep going. And then,
Yeah,
I finally finish the game. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh my god. Like, I can't get back into it. Kay, like, siguro, I didn't play it for a month, and I decided because nag-drop man sila, DLC na, unsa na, kanang mga, what do you call it, the trials, where you can go on, like, waves of enemies, and I completely forgotten how to play the game, and I was like, you can't feel around for it, this game is fucking difficult, Jun, it demands, your attention, and, like, it demands like precision gaming, which is like, oh my god,
I really like it.
tiring.
Like, it's good that they mixed a little bit of Souls-like into it, but it's not really the kind of Souls-like you were expecting. Like, it's not that intense. There's still like, you can still choose difficulty, man. Like, you can still like put it down if you want, if you're feeling like hard, if you're feeling like it's challenging.
I'm still not gonna, I'm never gonna put it in easy mode. Like, more, I still have that kind. I'm not a gamer, but I at least have that kind of pride. Sud na I ain't gonna put it in easy mode. Like,
that's the
what
pull.
do they say about me?
Yeah, that's the pull when it comes to Souls-like games because you just can't turn it down to the easiest level, and the satisfaction of killing bosses is like the selling point. And with Jedi Survivor, they actually multiplied it by 10 and then made everything better. I actually think this is the best Star Wars game yet. Yeah, that's a very hot take because I haven't played like Knights of the Old Republic, so anyone can.
Did you 100% it na?
No, it's too big right now, and I got Zelda on my other brain
shit.
thing. So many things, so many games coming out this within a span of a few months. But with Jedi Survivor, it's really, I'm actually really impressed with how they did the story, how it's self-contained, and it's also like interesting how the Empire's effects really traumatize these like survivors after Order 66, and it's like, wow, it's good. It makes for a good story. It could serve like a Star Wars.
How long did it?
What do you mean?
How long did it take you to finish the campaign?
I think it did like 20 or 30 hours. Yeah, because I was like, when I get distracted, I like look for another path, and then yeah, something like that. And
Was there, I
Mhm.
don't was there any glop shadows in the game? Like,
Oh,
how severe is the glop shadowing in this game?
I I can't really say because I'm not deep into the extended universe thing, but I'm pretty sure there were glub shitos that you would actually enjoy. Like, oh shit, because you in this game you have like this cantina where you actually develop and grow into this bustling
Oh
hub
no,
area. Yeah.
is Mando here? Is he gonna be like? Is he gonna say, "I can bring you in warm, I can bring you in cold"?
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, actually, Bayani, there was a glub shito like now that you mention it, but I'm not gonna spoil it for you. It's like it's a big glub shito moment that you would actually freak out. I'm pretty sure you're gonna find it somewhere on your YouTube recommendation. Like some asshole is gonna spoil
oh
it for you.
man.
So just be careful.
Yeah.
Just be careful on the internet.
Just
But
send me your PS5 and I'll send it
wow,
back to you after a week.
wow. You could always rent one and then just play it for like a few days and then sell the game.
Oh man.
You could like no losses at all.
Yeah, right now the weather demands na dapat aircon na ang padulngan sa kong money. I'm like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
fuck.
Fuck this fucking weather, man.
Yeah.
It's
It's
not.
like people say na it's warmer there in Cebu than it is here in Manila.
What,
because
really?
land sea breeze rules or whatevs.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yesterday I was like, ugh, grabe. Di
Mm.
mada. It's like, would a PS5 really solve this climate problem?
Yeah.
But
So you're just investing more into the carbon emissions. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what does your newsfeed look like naman now that, like, siguro a lot of people have finished Fallen Order now and are ready to be like, okay, it's time to talk spoilers now online.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think? Okay, even Fallen Order, I think, didn't really have any spoilers unless you looked for them. Like,
Mhm.
like, I think I had an idea that Vader was gonna show up, but it was kind of like, well, we're here in like a castle, and like it looks like a Sith headquarters, so Vader's gonna be there. But I didn't really see him in any online thing while I was like before I played the game.
Yeah.
So like, no, you think that could be the same for Survivor?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah. There are big set pieces that feels like it's a Star Wars. It's just a Star Wars game, and it's set in the movie. So it reminds you that yeah, this game is still set in within the movies. It's canon. So yeah, here's a reminder that you are fucked. You are out. The Empire is out to get you. It's never gonna stop. So when that happens in the game, you would just feel like fuck. Can they really like get out of this mess? Something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna put some light spoilers in. Since you know
Okay.
the best. There are good new stances in this game. You can change your
Yeah.
lightsaber stance into the crossguard one, the one with the Kylo Ren.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
like this is the Dark Souls stance because it's like a heavy Dark Souls weapon,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
it takes really long to slash it and stuff, but it's
And-
really powerful.
It hurts, and when you get hit by an enemy, and when you hit an enemy, it like takes a lot of damage, but it's so slow. It's the reason I use that to kill like the big bosses, and it's really fun. And what else?
What
There's
about
also
the what about the blaster and lightsaber combo?
Oh, I like that. That's my second favorite in the game, because you feel so cool when you're like, well, like stabbing someone with a lightsaber and then shooting on the other hand. So
Oh man.
I know it's like uncivilized, but it is really cool when you do that.
What
It's
can I
power
ask?
fantasy.
Can I ask what haircut your Cal Kestis is in? Is
Oh,
he
I-
a redneck Cal?
no,
What does he look like?
I don't want to go for the redneck. I'm more on the Obi-Wan rugged
okay.
vibe. So I think you saw my picture. I think I sent you one with the Han Solo. That was my little cosplay bit, because they had like this bomber jacket. They have a really good customization options. You can actually turn your character into whatever the fuck Cal is, but he's still a ginger, so you can't change that. I'm more on the long hair with the gruff beard. That was really cool. So that was my Cal with the purple lightsaber. That's fun.
Oh man, I really love the ano ba katong super redneck na nakamullet siya, and then he also gets a handlebar mustache.
Yeah.
And then malingaw ko sa kanang mga space redneck na comments on it like you want to know what I'd do with 1,000,000 credits? 2 Twi'leks the same time, bro. I'm like
Yeah. Funnily, funny enough, there's like an achievement for wearing a mullet and drop kicking an enemy. You get a trophy for that. Yeah, I don't know what you call it, but it's like some redneck shit. That if you drop kicking an enemy while wearing your mullet, you get this achievement. And there's another one achievement where there's this headwear where he turns into like Rambo with like a headband and something like that. Yeah, and then if you train using that one, using that skin, you train on like a dummy in some area, you would get a trophy called Cobra Cal. So, yeah, it's actually a love letter for Star Wars fans, and that's why I really enjoyed like the Jedi series. It respects the fans, and at the same time, it presents an original story that would actually make sense to the canon. And although most of it are inconsequential, like we don't really care about Cal in like the movie sense, but this is a video game, and there are actually stakes that feel like they made the Empire scarier when you're just playing these like survivors just running out from these like Gestapo armies. So that's what I like about it.
Which story do you prefer, Fallen Order or Survivor?
Survivor, actually, because this one has a lot of gray area into it. Like it splits your biases on the Jedis and the Siths, because in this one though, there's no Jedi and Sith order anymore, right? And these runaways, these Jedis are just left there in the world with the hunt going on, and there's no morality to put them in check anymore, and that's a very good like tipping point for these characters, and meeting them feels like just meeting war heroes. About like, oh yeah, I can feel that, like, oh shit, yeah, that's rough, buddy, something like that.
Did they like, I want to ask about like how the companions work. Are they like Atreus and Freya, where you can be like more like over there, and then like the Marin will like cast something, or katong si, what's the name of the smuggler friend nimo?
Oh, Bode Akuna. Yeah. It's pretty normal. It's like, it's not God of War level that they're always there with you. Well, they just come around at like certain story missions, but they're not
so
all
they're
the
like,
time.
They're more like Last of Us companions, ganang like Ellie or
Yeah, something like
where
that.
they're just like around you lang.
Yeah, but they do have skills. Like you can command them to like snare this enemy, do this, do that. But it only happens in story, and yeah, it's pretty limited. But it's fun when they're around.
Yeah. So okay, over 10, what's the rating?
Ooh, I'd give it an 8 probably.
8.
Yeah.
Okay. There's, what game is it better than, and what game is better than it? Like, if it's at this level, what game do you consider up here, and then what's the game below? Like, what's it between?
We're talking about a random video game?
Yeah, other video games.
It's certainly better than let me think. That's a very, very deep question that I
Is it?
how can I answer that one? Let's see.
Is it better than God of War Ragnarok, or below that?
That is it is higher. It is below Ragnarok.
Okay.
As I like,
then-
Ragnarok is a tight story. It's great. It's clean all the way, and no performance issues. The thing that the reason why I put it like 8, it could be a 9, because the performance issues even on the PS5 are batshit crazy.
Oh
like,
no.
yeah, even if you're playing on the highest performance modes with like no ray tracings and all, it still runs like shit. So that's why
Oh well. Yeah, they had to make the deadline, I guess.
Yeah.
What about what's below it?
It's certainly
Horizon Zero Dawn.
no. I like the Horizon games. Oh, it's
Uh,
yeah. Now that you say it though,
Okay,
it's
okay.
it's probably better than Horizon Zero Dawn. The
Okay.
Zero Dawn one though, Forbidden West is another thing though. It's
yeah,
it's
yeah,
great.
Yeah. Okay. Sige, sige.
And
Alright.
it's but I mean one more thing. It's certainly better than the Jedi game that we had before about this evil Jedi dude. Forgot about that.
Is it
Forgot.
KOTOR?
No, the other one where you play
Force
like
Unleashed.
the Force Unleashed. Yeah,
Force
it's certainly
Unleashed.
better. Like all the new Jedi games are certainly better than that Force Unleashed bullshit on the PSP. So
Okay.
good Star Wars game, good Star Wars story, and good Star Wars combat.
Okay. Sige. I'll take your word for it. Siguro by October, I'll go back to this video and be like, oh, so that's what 30 was talking about. Like,
Yeah.
if I ever get to play the game,
Oh.
if I'm sad enough, I'll watch a walkthrough on YouTube.
I'm gonna say one thing. They have the ISB there.
Oh, the ISB,
The Imperial
the,
government,
the-
the board of directors.
oh my God, with Dedra Miro, my favorite toxic Empire GF.
You get to wear the costume.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Can I wait outside the office and catch her? Like more like, how did you find me in my place of work?
Yeah.
Please, you give my life meaning.
So yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
we can't
alright.
go spoilers
So-
on that one. Sorry, guys.
So that's it. That wraps up our Jedi Survivor talk.
Yeah.
And we're now, since we missed the last Chris Pratt blockbuster for the past 2 weeks, we have another Chris Pratt blockbuster in theaters now, and that's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Marvel is back.
Stop fucking saying that.
James Gunn is back.
What the
How
fuck?
did you like it?
Good movie. Fun. It's
Yeah.
fun. It's like fun. I just want to say it's fun. Like it's not stupid. It's fun.
It's not stupid.
It's not a waste of time. I'm not wasting my time watching it. Like I actually enjoyed what they're doing here.
Yeah.
Is that too much to ask?
There's this clip, dude, of a black guy going around, and he's just like, finally, Marvel's out of this anti-woke bullshit. Is that so hard to ask? Like, have you seen that, dude? It's
Yeah,
so cringe, boy.
I actually follow that dude. He's called Tyrone. Before I'm just be honest here. I watch reaction videos. I watch how they react to like the new trailers and all. And that guy is like,
Okay.
that was fun. He was fun back then. But when he started doing that woke shit going on, that's when yeah, this guy is not worth it.
Oh man, yeah. There's money to be made. I think they're
Yeah.
very strong, like online presence. So if we ever want to get noticed, all we have to do is also just say, "Oh, woke," I mean Disney bullshit, and
Yeah.
then, we'll the likes will just come flooding in. But
Yeah.
instead, we're just like it's okay if it's woke, but it's still bullshit. And then it's like, oh, I hate it. They didn't use my favorite word.
No, I'm not.
But-
I refuse to say woke every time now. Like I'm a grown ass man, and
Yeah.
everything. There's no agenda. There's no political wokeness in
Yeah.
anything. It's just a story. And Guardians 3 is really really good.
I was kind of expecting not to like it because I think James Gunn has been let loose ever since the first Guardians. Like, the Suicide Squad was like okay, but ning start na jud mo great sa ako ang humor ni James Gunn where he's just like letting people monologue and then he thinks it's funny but it's not really, and then it gets worse with Peacemaker. So in Guardians, like even the trailers, it was already like murag katong he's like explaining na, well, I met a girl, fell in love, and then she turned out to be a total asshole, and it was like, I'm not liking this monologue. But when it came to the movie, I was like, some of the jokes are solid, I guess. Like, I like I like the movie like overall. Like,
Yeah. And
Yeah,
it didn't really overstay its welcome. Like the jokes, it's not cringy. Drax isn't
Yeah,
as
yeah.
cringe as he was in Volume 2, and it's actually really good. Like I had fun with the humor and how the story went out.
I actually revisited the first Guardians like right before I went to the theater, and then I was like, Murag, oh man, like I really like the first Guardians because you can really feel how well planned everything is. Like the shots are all like dynamic, and then pag tananan ako sa third, I was like, oh yeah, you can feel that this is Marvel during their like we need to pump out 4 movies a year phase. Na like the shots aren't as inventive anymore. They're kind of like Volume 2 where they're kind of just let's shoot it in a green screen and find out what it looks like later. That's kind of what it feels like to me. Like basta if you'll get what I mean if you rewatch them like side by side, you'll be like, "Oh yeah, like there's a lot of shots here where people are kind of just standing still and reacting to everything and they're kind of just like in a line or in a circle." Like murag kanang that scene towards the end where they're all just like watching like the thingy floating away and then like everyone is just standing in a line and I was just like this isn't as like aesthetic as I would like it to be, but story wise like I think it's a good end, you know, like it's a good end but also like a beginning for like future Guardians teams.
Yeah, I'm actually really impressed how how they done their conclusions, right? Like it makes sense. Like it has to be there. You have to be there. Like that's your goal. That's your purpose. Like I have no problem with that. Like let them breathe for once.
I think that the movie kind of starts out pretty like fast. Like it's like once Adam Warlock comes in and then everything is like okay, we'll go here, 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 and I'm like, ugh, okay, this
Yeah.
is kind of like hard,
They
but
they
like
turned
it slows down, man.
yeah, yeah. Because they turned Rocket into this MacGuffin character, and
Yeah, yeah.
it's weird, and at the same time it's fun because they complemented it with the backstories that you know the PETA things, the animal abuse things, and I actually enjoyed Rocket's character here in Volume 3. He's actually the highlight of this movie for me. Not Star Lord, not Drax, not
No.
yeah. He is the best of the movie for me. Rocket.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, murag si Rocket man ang gi-admit ni James Gunn na he's my favorite character, he's me. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
so what? He's gonna start making movies or something? But like,
He's
but,
literally me, dude, when he plays Creep by Radiohead on like nowhere. Literally me.
and he's like, yeah, and he's like kind of singing along to it, like a cool raccoon guy, and I'm like, okay. But speaking of like character arcs, like I think everyone's character arc is pretty solid in the movie. Like everyone gets like full attention. So like even si Drax, si Nebula, I really like Nebula in the movie. Like she really like she became like the mom of the group na like sila duha ni Rocket or like the responsible ones because they were kind of alive during the Endgame event.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, this is like
I'm pretty
I
sure
really
like
like how her character changed.
yeah, I'm pretty sure like she learned a lot as well with Tony Stark because they were together for a long time, right? And for some reason, I think the reason why she got a modified arm was thanks to Tony, right?
Yeah, probably Tony and Rocket, I guess. And then unsa pa na, like Drax has like a Drax is unsa na, he doesn't really transform, but he's kind of a fully conceived character already. And then the arc is that, oh, you're this actually, and I'm like, okay, I get it. And then like, ganahan kay ko ni Groot. I thought I wasn't gonna like Groot, but he's kind of the eldest son. Okay, or siyang a responsible boy. Na everyone is like, Groot, you have to do this, and he's like, like very diligent na siya.
He's like
From being the baby to the teenager, and then now he's like he's the good boy now.
Yeah, he's doing sports now. He's going for the major leagues varsity team, so he's buff. He has the muscles now. He tries to emulate Thor. That's fun.
Did you like the villain?
Oh,
What
the
did you
high
think of-
evolutionary. Yeah.
How was he?
He was good, and a lot of comments that I've seen though is that he he felt like a better Kang than Quantumania's Kang.
Oh,
That's
no.
a very very hot take, but I haven't seen Quantumania, so I can't tell. But that was a
Oh
very
man, yeah.
yeah very that's a very interesting take though. Like okay, what made him say that? Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I was trying to figure him out while I was watching it. Kay Morag, he really seemed like a regular. I'm an evil scientist, and I don't care if I hurt things as long as I get to do my science, and like, but he gets really, really like insane when you watch him. Na murag, he has some kind of inferiority complex. Na murag, he hates Rocket because Rocket is smarter than him, and he created him, and then like after he kills like the other. Are we spoiling it already? Basta katong murag
But just
after the big
keep it vague or something.
yeah, after the thingy happens during the flashback, he's like, Murag, I can scream too, man. I'm like, Murag, gabi ka, maniac ka ni nga, dude.
Yeah, he is sick in the head, and his goals are actually very interesting as well. Like building this like utopian society, to the point where he goes mad all over the imperfections. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a naman like, a lot of people really like that we kind of have a villain after like so many kanang sympathetic villains. We just get a villain who's an asshole, and then you just love to hate him. I'm like, murag, yeah, please give us more of these murag mga villains who are just villains. And I'm like, it's been full circle now. Like murag after villains you can understand, like Thanos and then Namor, it's finally like murag, oh, thank God, it's a one-dimensional villain. Like, thanks Marvel. Like, I really needed that.
Yeah, he's very. That guy is gonna be a lot. He's gonna be in for more James Gunn movies then because he works.
Siguro.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. I like that guy. He was great in
Yeah,
Peacemaker.
he's gonna be. Yeah, he was in Peacemaker, and he was kind of like he was an okay person there. Like, he was kind of like a strict soldier guy, and I'm more you have to do this mission, Peacemaker, and no more bullshit. And I'm like, okay, that's your character. And then, pag-abot ni High Evolutionary, I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I'm not exactly like, it's not Heath Ledger's Joker, but
What are we expecting? Why are you putting that on that bar?
yeah, exactly. I'm just like, well, a lot of people like him, but it's not that. But it's okay. I don't hate it.
Okay,
Like, did you notice na dagan kay body horror ang kaning ano na
Yeah.
movie? It's like James Gunn is going in on he likes the disgusting body horror things, the living building thing, and then the hybrid animals.
yeah,
What do
even
you think about it?
Nebula's like even Nebula's like violence, like whenever she gets hit, he breaks his arm, breaks her head.
Oh yeah,
That was very like cool, but it's very violent though, without the blood in it. He's like James Gunn is like trying to like not go in the line of PG-18 R rating, and he still
Yeah.
got it though. We got an F-bomb on it, and
Yeah. And it was like it was for one of the most mundane scenes. Na murag,
yeah,
just open the fucking door. And I'm like, wow, okay,
yeah.
that's very, okay.
What are your highlights in the movie? Like one scene that you actually enjoy.
I don't know. There's just like, I enjoy it as a whole, and then I'm like, siguro the finale was solid. Like the third act was solid. I really liked it.
Yeah, third act. Yeah,
And it was,
you're right.
and it was like all of the characters coming together now, and then I was like, and then like once everyone starts like, it had a literal more like footloose na everyone is dancing, and I'm like, that's like, you really feel it. It's not like corny. It's kind of like you're just really being swept up on it, and I'm like, okay, I'm in on this ride. I really liked it.
Yeah. You're right. Like the third act is really good. It's the payoff for everything that's been like building up with Raccoon and everyone else. And the hallway scene was a highlight for me. Like that scene was really really good. For 2 minutes, I could tell like James Gunn is like going ham on this thing. Like he wants this to be the best fighting sequence that could probably rival Yondu's like whistling scenes, and it's good. I love that part. I like the one take shots. I love how they work together. They all have their, like, you can actually tell that they have their own different styles. That was a good moment for me, and the song playing on the background that complemented well with it.
Ano? Hey, fun fact, that song is also in Super Mario Brothers.
What?
Yeah.
Wow,
It's like-
they got a royalties, Chris Pratt.
Yeah, I'm like kind of, it's so crazy how kind of in Super Mario they're like more like, we gotta get to the place to do the thing, Luigi, and then but we're blocking the way, Mario, and then motokar ang no sleep till Brooklyn while they run through like a construction site, and I'm like, wow, okay, so
Yeah.
I'm assuming makaabot og 1 billion ang Guardian, so it's like 2 Chris Pratt movies na I know sleep till Brooklyn that surpassed 1 billion. And then, like, I also like watched Jurassic World Dominion like yesterday, just because I was trying to get on my Chris Pratt like high, and then I was like, you know what, I haven't seen Jurassic World Dominion, and I was like, well, it's pretty good. Like,
I haven't
it's-
seen it. I didn't even bother.
Yeah,
watching
I
it.
like more like I watched it and I was like more like, wow, Colin Trevorrow, I'm so sorry they took away your Star Wars, but like I really like this movie actually, but there was no Sleep Till Brooklyn, so it's like more like it could have been like perfect na Chris Pratt $1 billion earners na I No Sleep Till Brooklyn, but
Yeah.
we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, that was the highlights. What are the lowest parts of the movie for you?
Oh, what I didn't like. I really, it's not kind of a specific scene, but it's more of like the needle drops, like the musical, the music moments. They're not as meaningful as like the first 2 movies. Like the first 2 movies is like each song has its own like more like, oh fucking sweet, it's the needle drop moment na, oh shit, David Bowie's playing, and then like even in the second one katong father and son na song, and it's like the one where everyone cries in that scene. Here it's kind of like the awesome mix isn't as cohesive as
Yeah.
the film.
But
Like,
it's moving
they
on
jump on the
2000. I'm sorry.
up?
It's moving on to the 2000s territory now. Because
yeah, I'm fine with
yeah.
I'm fine with it na the music is moving on from the timeline, but like some of the needle drops don't make sense. Like they jump on the ballsack planet and then like a song is playing, but it's not really anything like it's not really anything meaningful. It's kind of just like more like, oh,
Yeah.
this part needs a song, so let's put a song in it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I could actually, yeah, I agree with that one. But the Dog Days Are Over finale song was really good though. That was
Yeah.
that was perfect. That was perfect song for everything that these Guardians did for truly a conclusion to their lives.
Yeah, and then they full circle it with "Come and Get Your Love."
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah, that was really good.
I'll bite the nostalgia bone. I'm just like, like, woof woof, give me that nostalgia.
He got
nom,
you.
nom.
Yeah, James Gunn got you on that one. He got your nose. Another lowest part of the movie, I mean, for me, was Adam Warlock. He's just okay.
Oh yeah.
Like
See,
okay.
James Gunn, James Gunn admits though the Morag, it's kind of his fault for teasing Adam Warlock, and then he was kind of honestly having a hard time putting him in the movie. It shows na Morag. Adam is kind of like okay, so he's kind of like Drax. Na he's an idiot, but like he's also like he basically just acts like a child lang. And then na si Elizabeth Debicki to be his scene partner, and I'm like, it's fine. And they somehow managed to connect them to the High Evolutionary, which is like, oh okay, so that means that the High Evolutionary's influence has been like the second movie pa lang. So I'm like, okay, that's an interesting
Yeah.
tie-in.
It's great, but the movie still exists. I think the movie could still probably exist without him around. Like he was just a
Yeah,
major factor in like hurting.
but he does get I know, he does get a moment. Like,
Yeah, he does get a
in the
moment.
finale.
Yeah, yeah.
I was just like, we're like, oh my god,
that was just
I
a
can't fucking believe they're doing this.
Yeah, that was some pretentious bullshit right there, though. Like, all right, what are you trying to do? Is this some Westworld shit you going with? That was a
And
very
then it's
it was a very artistic scene though.
Westworld shit.
Yeah.
They're like, some people think that it's like, I know, divine providence, but if you look closely, it's a brain. Like, what?
Yeah, so many fake outs though. I didn't like what they did with all that fake outs. Like
Which ones?
the death flags and everything.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
they're
there's so
really
many.
trying. Yeah, they're really trying to put us in that position. But okay, fuck, I'm gonna fucking cry when this guy dies, and blah 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 blah. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, well, there were some deaths that were just like, oh no, but like, what I guess because that's what everyone is expecting. Like, since this is the final of the movie, and then the only conclusion for a lot of people are like they have to die. So I guess you could say that our expectations were subverted.
Wow.
We're
Fuck
like,
you.
Oh, they didn't die. I was already
you.
like, I was so sure that katong he's dead na. I can't believe they did that. No, I guess it makes sense, but he's dead. And then it's like, oh, okay, I get it. I still like it. It was a payoff. I was like,
Yeah.
yes, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, yeah.
So, this is the end of the team, but what do you think is in the future for the Guardians of the Galaxy? Like, a lot of people are calling it the best MCU trilogy, and I'm like, yeah, I guess. You could say that. It's the most, it's a solid 3 movies na
Yeah.
they're very specifically James Gunn ang flavor nila tanan.
Yeah, makes it's really good, right? And the Guardians movies are always like really zany because they have all these creative liberty to go batshit crazy with all the alien locations, all the extraterrestrial bullshit that we have. So they have a lot of creative power in that series, and yeah, James Gunn is like the perfect guy to handle all that shit. So it's good. It's a good trilogy, but I still think Captain America is like.
But like I was already pitching on Twitter, like right after the movie. I was already thinking about who should take over the new Guardians movie, and I was like, they should bring in Edgar Wright to direct if they're gonna do a new Guardians. Like, see, what do you think? It's like he wasn't able to finish his Ant-Man, and then he was just like more maybe I'll do another. I don't know what London he is. It's like maybe they'll do another film, and then maybe I could like come in and then put my Scott Pilgrim soundtrack on it, and then like Michael Cera will be like a guardian, Like I just like. When it comes to directors who are very particular with soundtracks, I think James Gunn and Edgar Wright are kind of like the top 2 the directors that come out. So I'm like, you know what, Marvel, like if you're listening, like bring Edgar Wright back and then make him do like his own version of Star Wars with Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, Edgar Wright was like, I don't think I'll ever do Star Wars.
That's
like,
Taika Waititi. What the fuck? That's
no,
a Taika Waititi.
If I did Taika Waititi, it would be like, I don't think I'll ever do a Star Wars. And then if it's Edgar Wright, it's like, I don't think I'll ever do Star Wars. I don't think I'll ever do Star Wars because grabe daw ang pressure when it comes to the fandom, and then it's like they kind of never leave you if they hate the thing that you make. So like, but what if he got like Guardians, which is kind of perfect for him because it's also a musically driven na IP, so he can put like whatever music he wants to it. He make Baby Driver in a Guardians. And I'm like,
yeah, right.
I'll be willing to see that if he would like consider, like, I don't know, like put Anya Taylor-Joy in it maybe. Like I really liked Last Night in Soho, despite some people saying it's anti-feminist, but I'm like, it was a fun ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I doubt.
Who do you think? Who's your pitch for
You're just being on copium right now, probably. Like I doubt like
I
Edgar Wright is coming back to a Marvel movie.
But who would your director be? Say for Guardians na new Guardians.
I haven't really thought about that. Like, I can't think of anyone else right now.
Would you like Ari Aster to direct it? Or
No.
Taika Waititi?
No, Taika Waititi give. Actually, dude,
Oh my
like,
God.
James Gunn did a better job at like putting kids in a movie that don't turn out to be like an annoying presence compared to this. Oh God, I don't know with what
Sorry,
what he
Taika.
did. Yeah.
You should have just kept making your slice of life movies. These Marvel people have eaten you up. I was like, did you see the trailer for Next Goal Wins with Michael Fassbender? And I'm
No,
like,
not yet.
this is the perfect Taika. It's Taika again, doing his shtick na slice of life movie. But like, it's not. Don't do a Thor, Taika. Like, don't do a Marvel anymore or a Star Wars. Just keep doing these ones. Like, I love these ones.
Yeah.
They're like, I feel that this is what you love.
Yeah.
But, Like, maybe his Star Wars is good. I don't know. They didn't announce it, and a lot of people were like celebrating. Like, thank God, no Taika Star Wars update on Star Wars Celebration.
Yeah. If you want more Star Wars Celebration topics, check out our previous episode if you want.
Yes, because it only got 5 views because we released it late. But
Yeah.
it's still a hell of a discussion, if you ask me.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's probably
Guardians?
Guardians.
I haven't been excited for, like, honestly, like, I think the superhero hype could come back with Guardians 3. Kay, like, it was at an all-time low by Shazam now because the previous superhero things that came out, like Black Adam, and then Thor Love and Thunder, and then it was just like, by the time Shazam came out, oh, and Quantumania, it was like mid-kaayo ba, like, by the time Shazam came out, everyone was like, it's dead. The franchise, like, the superheroes are dead, and then ning abot na yun si, Adam Warlock all of a sudden, just the creation of Adam siya, no? Let's do it. Like, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, it's back.
Yeah.
And everyone is excited again. And I'm like, oh, well.
Yeah.
Eh.
Really good movie. Really good movie. Like, so like, James Gunn he has a talent. I can actually tell.
Are you excited for his Superman?
I'm not a big Superman fan, so I can't, can't say for sure. But yeah, just give me everything he has like to offer. Even the
I'm
Scooby-Doo
like,
movies.
I'm super cautious about James Gunn. Like, that's why I think I enjoyed the movie a lot, because I was like, oh, this isn't as James Gunny as I would expect it to be. I was like, it's gonna have so many of his murag kanang jokes that go on for too long, like murag katong like did you know that you were talking to all of us right now, Peter? You have to press the blue one to talk to the green suit, and then the red one to talk to the blue suit. And I'm like, here he is again. Like,
Yeah. Wait, but
it's so funny.
the,
It's so clever.
the comical timings were okay though. Like, it's not as
Yeah,
bad
it
as
was-
Volume 2. So
Yeah, I
it
like
was
it. Like,
toned down.
even si Pam Clementine with her just face where it's like happy and excited, and then like she has very goofy faces. Si Mantis, where she's like, you're in love with Drax," and then like you're just watching her face, and I'm like, cute anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I can understand like why you got cast.
Yeah, and also I'm sure everyone missed out on the Christmas special. So if you're planning to watch, if anyone's listening, if you're planning to watch Guardians 3, you should watch the Disney Plus Christmas special to get more of a
Yeah.
feel to how they
Yeah.
went in nowhere, how everything happened there, like why Mantis has a lesser role here. So yeah,
Yeah, and why na ay kanang Kevin Bacon photo in the credits.
yeah. So yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, that was episode 50. Wow, 55.
55.
What
yeah.
what anniversary is this? Golden
Anniversary. Yo,
Golden episode.
I was watching all the past titles that we have. Like, it's actually a repository of like all the movies, like pop culture things that just happened.
I know.
It's that timeline
I
of like
know.
all the weird shit happened in like the world.
Yeah, all with 18 views, shared
Yeah.
with 18 people a video.
Yeah, what the fuck? Dude?
Congratulations.
Who are you guys? Like, I know it's just Bayani most of the time, but Yeah, thank you to anyone actually listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening. It's
Yeah.
just like even that one viewer, we're just like even if that viewer is me, I'm just like we need to keep going.
Yeah.
They need us.
We might get more guests in the future since
Yeah.
there's more there's Dune coming out. There's like
We've
Zelda
been saying
coming out.
that for months.
Oh, shut
Thirdy.
up, shut
Where are
up.
the guests?
Shut up.
Where are they? Where's the trigger? What's next week? What happens?
Next week
Tears
is
of the ano?
Tears of
Tears
the
of the
Anaran.
Kingdom?
Tears of the Anaran for next week. Basically, everything next week is just gonna be Zelda, and Zelda. Let's talk about. We could just do random. We could put in a random topic in between.
Yeah,
But Bayani and I will
figure it out.
probably talk about the Zelda lore and how come there are a lot of like Zelda twinks in every timeline.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Prepare your slideshow and your Manila paper for explaining to me the lore.
Yes.
Yes.
I might bring in
So that's
Rain
been-
along though. Like I think she could be fun.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
She'd
Who
want to
knows?
talk?
Who knows?
Sige
Who
daw.
knows? I might bring Rain.
Sige, please.
Yeah.
A lady?
A lady.
woman?
A woman on the podcast is not possible. Yeah.
Look, we'd get so many views.
Shut up. Yeah, sige. We're not gonna stay long. It's been fun. It's been fun. It's been a
Alright.
fun time.
Thanks, guys.
Yes. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, guys. That was episode 55.
Yeah. See you and goodbye.
Bye.